Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so that we can bring you the latest news as they happen. And together we can support our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality and put the Fulani Janjaweed to shame. He say the Buhari impostor received the biggest or the greatest disgrace of his life and had to run out of London after some European Union diplomats whom he had gone to solicit for loans called him a failure. That all the money he borrowed from China and World Bank and IMF, he did not use it to do anything. It was his grace. They said that Nigeria is living on a borrowed time because the foolish Buhari impostor, out of stubbornness and lawlessness, kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and illegally extradited him to Nigeria and locked him up in a solitary confinement. The EU diplomats said that they are keeping silent on Biafran genocide and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap because the Fulani Nigerian government is protecting the European Union businesses and their interest in Biafra land, and their multinational oil companies are not threatened to clean up environmental oil spills in Biafra land and waterways. They said this would have eaten deep into their profits. And that is the only reason why they are not acting. The Fulani Nigerian government also allows the multinational oil companies to underreport the amount of crude oil being lifted in Nigeria, specifically in Biafra land. You know, they will lift, for example, 4 million barrels of oil a day, and they will now report that they lifted only 1.2 million barrels of oil. The remaining is shared among the multinational companies and the Fulani Nigerian government. And that was why over 107 million barrels of oil got missing. It got missing, which translates to over $5.3 billion going into the pockets of the Fulani cabals. It goes into their pocket. And that is why the Fulanis are using their compromised Nigerian military and police to massacre Biafrans, because they cannot let go that easy money that they are getting. They can't get those money in the Sahel they came from. They can't get it from Futajalon. They can't. Now they are sitting on Biafran oil and milking it dry. The Fulani Nigerian government believe that the oil and environmental pollution happening in Biafran land through the multinational oil companies would one day help the Fulani to wipe out Biafrans in the coastal areas where the oil are being drilled, and it will make the overrunning of Biafra by the Fulani terrorist jihadis very easy, because there will be fewer people there. That's what they think. that by the time the environmental pollution starts to kill Biafrans, then the Fulani Janjaweed can come easily and overrun our coastal lands. That is what they believe. But the Fulani Nigerian government, their hopes, their plan were dashed after IPOB and Eastern Security Network chased out the Fulani terrorists in Biafran bushes and forests and sent them packing back to where they came from. And that is why the Fulani Nigerian government had to use their kangaroo Federal High Court in Abuja to proscribe IPOB quickly. They did not waste time. Just as they did not waste time when MALAMI took the National Assembly to court to expunge a particular section in the Electoral Act that the Buhari impostor signed under pressure. That was what they did. So, but unfortunately, they are in trouble. Very lawless people. You know, they proscribed IPOB quickly so as to get the support of the international community. But that wicked plan failed, and the Fulani Nigerian government started killing Biafrans with the help of the Supreme Court Administrator of Imo State, Hopeless Uzodinjo, whom they imposed in Imo State through their Fulani-controlled Supreme Court. And the other Biafran governors are also helping the Fulani Janjaweed so as to blame and to demonize IPOB in order to justify their wicked proscription and get favor from the international community. But that evil agenda also failed. Now the European Union diplomats are blasting Buhari's impostor as being a disgrace, but they have not been able to put action into their words. Just as they have been doing in Ukraine since the Russian military forces invaded Ukraine. They have refused to put action. They're only doing sanctions, sanctioning everywhere, just to place a no-fly zone on Ukraine to stop the Russian invasion. They cannot do it. It's the same thing they are doing. According to reports, Buhari impostor is a failure. Moghalu slammed Buhari's government, says Nigeria is living on borrowed time. The presidential aspirant of African Democratic Party, ADC, Professor Kingsley Moghalu, has described Buhari's government as tragic and failure for neglecting the educational sector, leading to incessant strike action by the Academic Staff Union of University, ASU, whereas they always fund their foreign Fulani terrorists. They fund them, call them so-called repentant Boko Haram, and they gave them billions. No nation that fails to invest in its education system can train young people with skill to create a productive economy, because they don't want that. The Fulani believe that Nigerians should be like the Hausa Alumajari, so that they can brainwash them and use them for whatever thing they want to use them for. You know, why will they, that is the Fulani Nigerian government, think about education? They are supporting Boko Haram terrorists. Who does not like education? Western education. Their priority is Fulani and Boko Haram mass murderers and terrorists. They have been shielding by calling them repentant and giving them billions of naira for a job well done. The young people in Nigeria, their future is being put at risk, with people having to spend 10 years in a university program where they should spend 4 years. The Buhari's impostor does not care. He does not care because he's not from Nigeria and he has not shown any interest in Nigeria. And his only care is about the cows and Fulani terrorists. He only cares for Fulani cows and Fulani terrorists. He lamented, that is, Professor Moghalu lamented, the poor security situation in Nigeria, where terrorists and Fulani terrorist bandits have taken over territories in Northeast. He called on Nigerians not to be deceived, saying the country was living on a borrowed time, which might collapse any moment from now. It has collapsed already. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video, and bye-bye for now.